In the United States and around the world, millions living with Alzheimer's disease and other dementias, and those who care for them, need relief from the crushing burdens of these chronic conditions. Basic research and development of new treatments continue, and there has been progress, but translation of basic science to effective treatments has been halting. Yet, as we wait for scientific breakthroughs, millions of patients require care right now. Memory Lane Therapeutics is dedicated to improving the lives of those living with Alzheimer's, their caregivers, and caregiver families by developing non-pharmaceutical therapies for delivery in both home and institutional settings. The presentation that follows will introduce the main features of our work, the steps we have taken up to now, and our future directions. Our approach was developed by a French documentary filmmaker, Alban Meyno, who experienced Alzheimer's firsthand in his own family. There, he saw the impact of visual media and complementary therapy in alleviating Alzheimer's symptoms. Mr. Meyno went on to develop his ideas in collaboration with French geriatric physicians and the Alzheimer's Association in France. The result was a series of pilot studies that confirmed the promise of media and complementary therapy in Alzheimer's treatment. Meyno has continued his work in the U.S., founding Memory Lane Therapeutics in Portland, Maine. The core concept from the French effort has been retained, using media sequences to stimulate recollections in patients. We combine two components. First, carefully selected media: video, music, photography, recorded sound, aromas, as cognitive stimuli to evoke memories and feelings in Alzheimer's patients. Second, treatment methods adapted from complementary medicine: guided imagery, circadian rhythm restoration, spatial temporal presence, and meditative relaxation. For patients, these integrated components hold the promise of relief from the symptoms of Alzheimer's: confusion, disorientation, anxiety, and agitation. For caregivers in both home and residential settings, the two components expand opportunities for interaction with their patients and provide respite from the daily stress of delivering care. Our therapeutic program calls for 3 interactive video-based sessions per day, repeated with variations every day. Morning sessions focus on using temporal cues and guided imagery to establish a sense of time, place, and daily routine. Views of sunrises, walks on a fall day, morning scenes of breakfast, the scent of coffee, and baking bread. Visual, musical, and aroma stimuli serve as markers of time and evoke past experience. In the early afternoon, sessions use stimuli that promote more patient activity. Caregivers and those living with Alzheimer's can sing together, listen to stories, and revisit scenes from their own time. While afternoon sessions aim at providing diversion in a long day, evening sessions focus on alleviating sundown syndrome, a well-known effect in many Alzheimer's patients. Sundown syndrome is brought on by the onset of evening. The innate uncertainty and fear of nighttime and the mental exhaustion from the day produce anxiety and moodiness. Anxiety is followed by agitation and sometimes aggressive behavior as the syndrome takes hold. Our videos use multiple stimuli and guided imagery to deflect the patient's agitation and anxiety toward a more placid state. All sessions have points built in where screen images are paused or reduced. Here, the caregiver can interact with the patient, showing a still image, asking a question, responding to the patient's display of emotion about what he or she has just experienced. Each session comes with an accompanying guide to assist the caregiver. It outlines schedules for the daily sessions, ways to personalize the content, and sample activities to promote interaction between patients and caregivers. These guidelines can be adjusted for use with a single patient or a group of patients. Our work to date represents significant accomplishment. The basic approach and methods of our program are in place. A strategy for validating the approach through clinical trials is in development, and we have created a video database with more than 40 hours of high-quality, professionally produced film footage. We are poised now to proceed with the next phase of development, building and testing a fully integrated non-pharmaceutical therapy system for Alzheimer's disease. To continue refining our program and to conduct clinical trials of its efficacy, we are seeking individual and institutional partners. So, consider participating with us and contributing to the well-being of others, as we are all concerned. In the late decades of our lives, 1 out of every 2 Americans will develop Alzheimer's or another form of dementia.